Now let's look at example 10. A bus traveling steadily at 30 meters per second along a straight road passes a stationary car which 5 seconds later begins to move with a uniform acceleration of 2 meters per second square in the same direction as the bus. Determine A. The time taken for the car to acquire the same velocity as the bus, and B. The distance traveled by the car when it is level with the bus. Okay, so right now here we have a bus and a car which is stationary. So this bus is traveling steadily. Okay, steadily at 30 meters per second. So steadily here meaning that the speed is constant, the velocity is constant, which is still maintain 30 meter per second the whole journey. So tu yang dia bagi tahu lah, bus ni maintain 30 meter per second for the whole journey. And then at one point it passes stationary car. Stationary car meaning that no velocity adalah sama dengan kosong. Dan 5 second later, selepas 5 saat selepas bus ni limpas kereta ni, passes the car, okay, barulah this car begin to move with a uniform acceleration. So uniform acceleration of 2 meter per second square. Uniform maksudnya dia still samalah acceleration dia 2 meter per second square for the whole journey. Uniform, which is in the same direction of the bus. Okay, first of all kita akan lukis so that it's easier for us to understand. Okay, so let's say this is the straight road di mana kita ada, okay, it's not that straight. Okay, so kita ada bus dekat sini. So let me draw the bus. Okay, I'm not really good in drawing, but okay, just imagine this is the bus lah. Okay, it doesn't look like a bus, but okay, you can just imagine. And then this is the car. Okay, car something like this, I guess. Okay, so that's the bus and the car. Okay, the car seems a bit bigger than the bus, but never mind. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now we have the bus travel with constant velocity. Constant velocity 30 meter per second. And then kalau constant velocity maksudnya acceleration dia kosong. Remember, constant velocity maksudnya maintain sepanjang masa dia maintain 30 meter per second. Maksudnya dia tidak akan accelerate. So acceleration dia kosong. And then this car here is stationary. So maksudnya kosong. Initial velocity dia adalah kosong. So dia stationary. So kalau kosong ini velocity, acceleration pun kosong. Okay, let's just not write that one first. Okay, so now apa yang dia bagi tahu sini, situation dia ni, selepas 5 saat bus ni dia lalu, dia passes the car. Maksudnya sekarang ni mula-mula maybe kereta ni bus ni dekat sini lah maybe dia, and then dia limpaskan kereta ni, which is selepas 5 saat dia limpas tu, kereta ni barulah dia akan start moving. So after 5 second, maybe the bus is already here. After 5 second mungkin dia dekat sini lah sudah, dekat point ni. So kita letak sini point A, ni point B. Okay, point yang sama. Point A maksudnya point yang sama dengan kereta dan bus dan kereta. So selepas 5 saat, so after 5 second, okay, this bus reach this point B, and then barulah this car starts to moving. Okay, starts to move, which is it starts to move with acceleration 2 meter per second square. Okay, so itulah situation yang dia bagi tahu lah. Do we have any other information? Okay, not the information. We just saying that the same direction, which is going to the right. Okay. So first question, determine the time taken for the car to acquire the same velocity as the bus. Okay, the time taken for the car to acquire the same velocity as the bus. So bus ni apa velocity dia? Velocity dia adalah 30 meter per second. Sebab dia adalah steadily, so maksudnya dekat point ni velocity dia still sama, 30 meter per second. So now we want the car to have the same velocity as the bus, which is 30 meter per second. Dia mesti dia bukan same distance dia same velocity. Okay, bukan bermaksud dia kena dekat sini kereta ni. No, that's not what the question asks. Question asks the time taken. So we want to find T, and then we have since this one adalah about the car, so kita keluarkan information pasal kereta ni, di mana dekat sini kita ada the velocity of the car that we want, which is 30 meter per second, and then the acceleration adalah 2 meter per second square, and initial velocity of the car is 0. So how do we find the value for T? Okay, let's look at the equation. So ni adalah equation yang kita akan gunakan, okay, dalam soalan macam ni. Okay, so since we want to find T, time taken, so the third equation is not valid because we don't have T here. Okay, we either use the first or the second one. So which one we are going to use? Okay, since the second one, okay, we need to have the value for displacement, which we don't have, and it's not given, and it's impossible for us to find it, meaning that second one we cannot use this equation. So maksudnya kita akan gunakan the first equation, VUAT. Okay, usually orang student akan ingat macam tu lah, VUAT, VUAT. Okay, V is equal to U plus AT. Since kita ada semua information, V ada, U ada, A pun ada, we can find the T. So just masukkan, and then the time taken is equal to 15 second. Okay, selepas 15 saat barulah kereta ni dapat mencapai velocity yang sama dengan bus ni, which is 30 meter per second. Okay, so that's the first question. Okay, now the second question. Okay, determine the distance traveled by the car when it is level with the bus. So distance traveled by the car, still about the car. Okay, apabila dia sama level dengan bus. Okay, so bus ni dia akan still bergerak lagi, and then so this bus will still move, and then at point here kita label sebagai point C. And sama juga kereta ni is still moving, and then bila dia sampai dekat point yang sama dengan bus, maksudnya dia sama level dengan bus ni, which is dekat point C lah, kita label dia sebagai point C. Okay, so we want to find the distance traveled by the car. So distance travel maksudnya daripada point A ke point C, what is the distance of the distance travel of the car, which is the value for S. So we want to find the distance travel by the car. So basically, okay, this is the first point di mana mereka sama-sama dekat level yang sama, maksudnya dia sebelah menyebelah lah, level yang sama. And then lepas tu kereta bus ni dia jalan, dia tinggalkan kereta di belakang, and then kereta ni dia bergerak sebab dia ada acceleration kan, so dia akan gerak dan sampailah dia dapat catch up bus ni dekat point ni. So dekat point ni, okay, berapa jauh dia sudah lalui untuk kereta ni. I hope you understand what is the question asked. I'm trying to explain it as simple as possible. Okay, so basically that's what the question asks. We want to find the distance here. Okay, so from this diagram that I have already lukis dekat sini, you can see the bus have 3 point daripada point A, point B dan point C. So maksudnya dekat sini the distance here is actually the same as distance here. Di mana distance dekat bus ni we have 2 parts. Daripada sini ke sini, okay, kita label sebagai SA lah, SA. And then daripada point B to point C, SC. Okay. So daripada sini kamu boleh nampak sebenarnya distance traveled by the car is equal to SA plus SC. Okay, so let's write down here. Because we want to find the distance traveled by the car, which is equal to SA plus SC. Okay, so we want to find the SA and SC first. Okay, let's find SA first. Kita tengok satu-satu. So SA, di mana kita keluarkan formula untuk bukan velocity, formula untuk displacement, which is UT plus half AT square. So this is the bus. Daripada SA ni adalah daripada point A ke point B. So daripada point A ke point B, maklumat yang kita ada velocity, acceleration kosong dan time. So we can find the value for S. Okay, mana sudah? This one. So we have the velocity. Okay, bus here. Time taken tadi adalah 5 second. And then velocity initial 30 meter per second. And then acceleration adalah kosong. So we can find the value for displacement. So just masukkan U is 30, T is 5, and then since A is 0, so you can just cancel like that. So you will get the displacement is equal to 150 meter. So daripada sini, daripada point A ke point B ni adalah 150 meter. Now we want to find daripada point B ke point C. Okay, dekat sini we don't have enough information. Okay, we don't have enough information. So how do we do this? Macam mana mau cari benda ni? Okay, kita keluarkan semula lagi. S car is equal to SA plus SC. Dan keluarkan equation untuk displacement. UT plus half AT square. So this one is for the car. SA we have the value. And then SC UT plus half AT square. This is for the bus. Okay, so now information apa yang kita mau cari sebenarnya? First of all, before we can find the displacement. Okay, daripada this equation, actually what we want to find first is the time taken. Okay, the time taken for the car and the bus to go from point A to point C. Actually the whole journey ni berapa time taken dia. This is what we want to find first actually. Okay, so how do we find this? Just masukkan semua information yang kita ada. Okay, untuk kereta tadi initial dia adalah kosong kan? So initial velocity dia di sini adalah kosong. So here kosong. Oops. This one kosong, and then kita tahu acceleration dia adalah 2 meter per second square and then T square. Sama dengan 150 plus untuk bus pula. Okay, untuk bus pula acceleration kosong, but the initial velocity is 30 meter per second. Initial velocity here is 30 meter per second. So this one kosong, and then here 30 meter per second times with T. Okay, and then kamu just selesaikan. It's a quadratic equation. Selesaikan. Lebih simple guna calculator saja, tidak perlu mau buat the mathematics solution. So kalau kamu tekan calculator, then you will get the value for T. You will get two values for T. 34.36 second. Sorry, 365 second, and also you get negative 4.365 second. Okay, so since time cannot be negative. Time is a magnitude, is a scalar quantity, it doesn't have negative, so this is invalid, so you cannot use this value, so we are going to use this value. So maksudnya 34.365 second ni adalah masa untuk kereta ni untuk gerak daripada point A ke point C. Okay, daripada point A ke point C. Okay, which is sudah dapat this value, so we can find the value for displacement of the car equal to ut plus half at square. So masukkan saja t di mana this one still kosong, initial, then half a is 2 meter per second. Okay, 2 meter per second square, and then t is 34.365 square. Okay, don't forget the square, so you will get 1180.95 meter. Okay, so this is the final answer. So dalam kamu punya nota, jawapan yang dibagi adalah 900 meter. So this one is wrong. The correct answer is 1180.95 meter. Okay, so that's all for example 10.